Testing 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Welcome to the University of North Georgia. This is the fall 2018 graduation ceremony.
Welcome and thank you for joining this celebration. We will begin the ceremony soon, so please find your seats within the next 10 minutes.
Leadership is fueled by vision and passion. Leadership is service with empathy, creativity, and integrity. Leadership is seeking continuous improvement for yourself and your community. Since 1873, the University of North Georgia has prepared generations of civic, professional, and military leaders. Today, UNG is a leading regional university that serves students across 5 campuses and online, with educational pathways ranging from associate degrees to doctoral programs. And as one of only 6 senior military colleges in the nation, UNG holds designations as a state leadership institution and as the Military College of Georgia. UNG's national reputation and student profile are growing stronger each year, and we remain focused on student success and academic excellence at all levels. Across UNG, our incredible faculty and staff are scholars and mentors who inspire service, inquiry, and creativity. And resume-building experiences help each student fulfill their potential. We know the value of determination and teamwork in and out of the classroom, and this spirit pushes our students to excel on the field, serve our communities, and explore the world. When the day is done, the real measure of our success lies in who our graduates become. Outstanding leaders for a diverse and global society. The University of North Georgia.
Good evening. Please rise for the processional.
Please be seated. It is my great honor as president of the University of North Georgia to welcome you to the Fall 2018 Commencement Ceremony. On behalf of the entire university community, I extend warm and sincere congratulations to each of these fine scholars and to their families and friends. Our hopes and our dreams are with you today, graduates. This is a day of celebration for our graduates, of course, but also for the university. As we begin our ceremony, please join me in thanking Dr. Kelly McFadden, Faculty Marshal, and Dr. Joe Chapman for the inspiring processional. I would indeed be remiss if I did not recognize all of the mothers, fathers, husbands, wives, partners, children, grandparents, other relatives, and friends who stood behind our students and assisted them throughout their college careers. Thank you. Thank you for the support of our students. Today, I would like to especially welcome Army Colonel Chip Kirby, a UNG graduate of 1993, who, like many of our alumni, is currently deployed to the Middle East as an active duty soldier. Colonel Kirby was able to make a surprise trip home to see his daughter today, Taylor, who is graduating. Colonel Kirby, please stand. We thank you for your service and welcome home to UNG. Students, today is a wonderful day. Here you are donned in academic regalia whose design dates back to the Middle Ages and symbolize your achievement and commitment. The right to wear these robes is an honor that must be earned, and indeed you have earned that right. We are here to honor you with the richest tradition of the academic community, a commencement ceremony celebrating the completion of your degree and the beginning of your professional lives. As you know, UNG holds a special designation within the University System of Georgia as a state leadership institution. As such, UNG has a strong reputation for producing civic, professional, and military leaders, and our graduates are well known as individuals committed to high personal integrity, civic engagement, and community service, as well as, of course, academic excellence. I trust that the foundation you have received through UNG will be the catalyst for your future success, and that as a graduate of UNG, you will add meaning and value to the lives of many around you. Congratulations again on this milestone in your life. I want to pause for a moment and ask Dr. Tom Ormond to stand. Dr. Ormond is our provost and has made the decision that this will be his last semester as provost and will be transitioning to another job. Thank you, Dr. Ormond, for your assistance. At this time, Dr. Jack Broman and the UNG Quartet will lead us in singing the national anthem. Will you please stand if you are able? Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. It is my honor as Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs to join President Jacobs in welcoming you to today's ceremony. When I reflect on the experience you have had at UNG and your determination to achieve this goal, I'm reminded of the story of Apollo 13. Most of you are too young to remember it, but perhaps you saw the movie a few years ago. Apollo 13 was programmed for 10 days, but suffered a system failure en route. Jim Lovell was commander of the Apollo 13 flight. He and the crew, working closely with ground controllers, conserved the crew's electrical power and water and converted their lunar module into a lifeboat of sorts, allowing them to survive in space and return to Earth. Lovell is credited with saying, "There are people who make things happen. There are people who watch things happen, and there are people who wonder what happened. To be successful, you need to be a person who makes things happen." As a UNG graduate, you have the knowledge and critical thinking skills to solve challenging problems. You have learned the value of teamwork, perseverance, and leadership. You will make things happen. As the university's Chief Academic Officer, I recognize the important role of our faculty in helping you to identify and develop these skills. I commend our faculty for their commitment to our students' personal and professional development and for their leadership and dedication to their disciplines. Would all the members on the faculty who are here today, including those on the platform, please rise so that we can recognize you. Thank you. Before we continue with the program, please allow me to introduce the remaining members of our platform party. Will you please stand as your name is called? Dr. Mac McConnell, Senior Vice President for Business and Finance. Dr. Richard Oates, Vice President for Gainesville Campus. Dr. Billy Wells, Senior Vice President for Leadership and Global Engagement. Dr. James Keneally, Vice President for Student Affairs. Mr. Jeff Tanowski, Vice President for University Advancement. Dr. Mark Spraker, Professor of Physics and the reader for today's ceremony. Dr. Michael Beaudry, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics. Dr. Teresa Connor-Kerr, Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Professions. Dr. Ann Duke, Associate Dean of the Mike Cottrell College of Business. Dr. Jeff Turk, Director of the Institute for Environmental and Spatial Analysis. Colonel Joshua Wright, Professor of Military Science. And Ms. Wendi Huguley, Director of Alumni Relations and Annual Giving. Please join me in recognizing the stage party. It is now my honor to introduce our guest speaker for today's commencement ceremony. Christopher M. Carr was appointed by Nathan Deal as Georgia's 54th Attorney General in November 2016, and last month was re-elected to serve a full 4-year term. Carr chairs the Consumer Advisory Board and serves on Georgia's Judicial Nominating Commission, the body charged with reviewing and recommending judicial appointments. He is also on the Executive Committee for the Georgia Older Adults Cabinet and the Human Trafficking, Substance Abuse, and Presidential Initiative Committees for the National Association of Attorneys General. He served as Commissioner of the Georgia Department of Economic Development from 2013 to 2016, and during his tenure, Georgia was named the #1 state for business 3 years in a row. In addition, the department helped facilitate 1,069 projects across the state that represents approximately $14.4 billion in investment and the creation of more than 84,000 jobs. Carr also previously served as Chief of Staff for U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson and advised the Senate on federal legislation and on numerous judicial nominees for the U.S. Supreme Court and lower federal courts in Georgia and across the country. With him today are his Chief of Staff, Travis Johnson, and Mrs. Joan Carr, who serves as Chief of Staff to Senator Johnny Isakson. Would you please stand, please? We recognize you. Thank you. A graduate from the University of Georgia's Terry College of Business and Lumpkin School of Law, please join me in welcoming Christopher Carr. Thank you.
Well, good morning. President Jacobs, Dr. Ormond, Dr. Duke, Dr. Beaudry, Dr. Connor Kerr, and Dr. Turk, faculty, staff, graduates, parents, friends, and distinguished guests. Let me start by saying congratulations, class of 2018. And yes, you can cheer and cheer loudly if you want to. Congratulations, class of 2018. What an incredible honor it is to be with each and every one of y'all today. Dr. Jacobs, you are so very kind to have asked me to be a part of this great day for these graduates and for their families. Now, graduates, I want y'all to know something. President Jacobs only asked me to be here after desperately trying to lock down Luke Bryan. It didn't happen, but I'm only happy to fill in as Plan B. In all seriousness, it is truly an honor to be here because today is a really, really, really big day in y'all's lives. I was talking to your parents, graduates. That's a joke. Come on. Today is a great day for you graduates, for your families, for your loved ones. And as we are in the holiday season, think of today kind of like a second Thanksgiving, a day to give thanks, not only for what you have accomplished, but for the support of those who have helped you get to this day. To your mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandparents, or whoever loved you enough to help you to get here, please don't forget to say an extra thank you just as soon as you can. So in addition to today being a day of Thanksgiving, it's a day to celebrate your success. You did it, graduates. You've made it. You get to enjoy your accomplishments and your achievements, which are many. Celebrations for days like today remind me of what John Stephen Akhwari, a Tanzanian Olympic runner, was quoted as saying during the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. He said, "My country did not send me 7,000 miles to start the race. They sent me 7,000 miles to finish it. And you graduates, you have finished the race, and y'all have run well." I am honored to serve as your commencement speaker. And after doing a little research on what commencement speakers are supposed to do, it became clear that in addition to keeping his or her remarks brief. A good commencement speaker gives the graduates a charge as you commence out into the world. And so my charge is this. While today is about celebrating the successes of the past few years, starting tomorrow and for the rest of your lives, you need to decide what success will mean to you. What will success mean to you from this day forward? In other words, today is about looking back, reviewing the landscape of your college days, and feeling good because you have successfully done what you needed to do to graduate. And I suspect that when you began as a freshman, you had a pretty good personal definition of what success would be in college for you. Good grades, solid training for your career, maybe even making connections that will help you in the working world. Maybe success to you was quite simply just getting to this day. But starting tomorrow and continuing for the rest of your life, how will you personally define success going forward? What will it look like? Maybe up to this point, the definition was fairly simple. And maybe it seems like a simple thing that I'm asking you to do now. But as you live your life, you may find that it's more nuanced than you once thought. How will you define success going forward? Anytime you need a definition, a good place to start is the dictionary. Now, in the good old days, we had this book called Webster's Dictionary that was an actual physical book, and it contained a bunch of words and what they meant. Now, if you don't believe me, ask one of these relatives of yours that grew up in the 80s, and they'll tell you all about it. But today, that book is found at www.merriam-webster.com. So Webster's Dictionary has several definitions of success. One of the definitions, which is probably the one that you first think of, is the attainment of wealth. Now, I'm a capitalist, so for some of you, success will be defined by making just as much money as you possibly can, and that's okay. You may become the CEO of a national corporation, but maybe you decide you're going to enact company values like hiring veterans. Others of you may impact a multi-million-dollar economic development project by directing the land use planning or the floodplain mapping. Others may be the head of physical therapy and nursing at a national hospital chain. And some of you may even be on the front lines defending the United States of America against cybersecurity attacks. There is certainly nothing wrong with earning a good living. But if you do make a ton of money, graduates, don't forget to give some of it back to the University of North Georgia. Dr. Jacobs, that was for you. Now, to others of you, over time, you might find that the money or the title isn't everything. It's just not enough. That something is missing and you just don't know what it is. So you might follow one of the other definitions of success, like the one on dictionary.com that I found, which defines success as the accomplishment of one's goals. The accomplishment of one's goals. So now, in addition to defining what success is, you will have to determine what your goals are as well. Over time, you may and probably will find there is more to life than just the professional work that you do every day. You may become a biology, chemistry, or math teacher who goes above and beyond the day-to-day work to act as a mentor and to mold the minds of our next generation. Or you may find your definition of success differently. Maybe you love helping people in different ways and you decide to become the best addiction or mental health specialist in your community, working day in and day out to confront the opioid crisis that is ravishing families all across our state and nation. Because you know, if we can stop just one funeral from happening due to an overdose, how much that would mean to somebody's mother or father or son or daughter. Maybe you'll find your definition of success by going into public service. Maybe you decide that success for you was entering the Corps of Cadets so that you can serve as a member of the U.S. Army. Maybe you have decided to bravely stand guard like Colonel Kirby did and is doing today somewhere in the world so that one day your fellow citizens can peacefully gather to witness the graduation of a friend or a family member. Or maybe you decided to join so that your fellow citizens could peacefully celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas close to their families while you selflessly served your country away from your own family. Or maybe you'll start off your career at a wood products company, but then you decide to go to law school and practice law, but then you decide you're really passionate about public policy, so you take a 50% pay cut to go to a nonprofit public policy think tank. But then you decide to go help somebody's campaign, and they end up in Washington as a U.S. Senator, so you move to Washington, and then you decide it's crazy in Washington, so you come home to recruit companies in your state, and then you become Attorney General. Or maybe your definition of success is being there for every ball game, every recital, every practice, and at the end of every school day, because nothing in this world makes you happier than to see your son and daughter light up when you pick them up at carpool. Or maybe you'll have an older family member, a parent, an aunt, an uncle, a grandparent, a caregiver, and they'll need more of your time. Maybe helping them to take care as they age, getting them to doctor's appointments, taking them grocery shopping, helping them to get the TV working when they're just convinced the cable's out, but it's really unplugged. Maybe seeing that smile on their face, hearing the gratitude in their voice, and feeling the love they have for you is success enough. But whatever it is you decide to do, and however you end up defining success, I hope that you take this exercise seriously. Figure out what success will mean to you going forward. I hope you love whatever it is you choose to do as much as I do. And I hope that every day you are excited to get out of bed, to get going, to tackle the day, and yes, to serve others. Be passionate. I hope you give it your all. I hope you give of yourself, because that's the best way to find success. Once when I was Chief of Staff to Senator Johnny Isakson, we invited Justice Robert Benham, then the Chief Justice of the Georgia Supreme Court, to come and speak to our staff. And what he told us that day, he said this. He said, each day, ask yourself, what am I going to do for someone else today? What am I going to do for someone else today? And so I'll leave you with this, which has been attributed to Ralph Waldo Emerson, the great American essayist, lecturer, and poet, who said, to laugh often and love much, to win the respect of intelligent persons and the affection of children, to earn the approbation of honest citizens and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to give of oneself, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to have played and laughed with enthusiasm and sung with exultation, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Congratulations once again, class of 2018. May you always find success in whatever it is you choose to do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr, for your message. Among our graduates today are students who have surpassed the academic standards as set forth by our faculty. And it is my pleasure to recognize these honor graduates for their commitment and dedication. The names of these students are listed in your program, and they will be recognized individually as they receive their diplomas. Will you please hold your applause until all groups stand? Will the baccalaureate students who are graduating summa cum laude, please stand and remain standing. These students have earned a grade point average between 3.9 and 4.0 on a 4.0 scale. Please stand, please remain standing. Will the baccalaureate students who are graduating magna cum laude, please stand and remain standing. These students have earned a grade point average between 3.7 and 3.89 on a 4.0 scale. Will the baccalaureate students who are graduating cum laude, please stand and remain standing. These students have earned a grade point average between 3.5 and 3.69 on a 4.0 scale. Will all associate degree students who are graduating with distinction please stand and remain standing? These students have earned a grade point average of 3.5 on a grade point average of 3.5 on a 4.0 scale. Please join me in congratulating these individuals. Thank you. Please be seated. Members of our Corps of Cadets who ranked in the top 20% of more than 5,000 cadets on the National Order of Merit list will graduate as Distinguished Military Graduates, the highest honor an ROTC student can achieve. Will the Distinguished Military Graduates please stand and remain standing? Okay. The UNG Honours Program cultivates a community of engaged scholars who have demonstrated excellence in academic service and leadership. Completion of the Honours Program includes involvement in activities outside the classroom and service to the institution and local community. Will all graduates who are members of the Honours Program please stand and remain standing? Academic Honour Societies recognise students who have excelled both academically and as leaders among their peers. Will all graduates who are members of university and departmental academic honour societies please stand? Will you please join me in recognising all of these graduates for their accomplishments? Thank you. Please be seated. We will now confer the degrees. For all candidates for associate degrees, please stand. President Jacobs, I present to you the candidates for the associate degrees as listed in the printed program. Each of these candidates has successfully completed the requirements for the degree as set forth by the faculty, and I recommend these candidates to you for the conferral of their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I award to you the associate degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining, and I welcome you to the company of scholars. At this time, please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations.
Please be seated. Will the candidates for all bachelor's degrees please stand? President Jacobs, I present to you the candidates for the bachelor's degree. Each of these candidates has completed the requirements of the degree as set forth by the faculty, and I recommend these candidates to you for the conferral of their degrees.
By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I award to you the bachelor's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto appertaining, and I welcome you to the company of scholars. Please move your tassels from right to left. Congratulations.
Please be seated. We will now call forward the graduates to be recognized individually. I invite Dr. Mark Spraker to take his place to announce the graduates. Marshals, please lead the graduates forward.
We now present the Associate of Science degree graduates from the College of Health Sciences and Professions. Tricia Michelle Ballou. Leslie Gisela Bermudez. Sydney Paige Nix. We now present the Associate of Science degree graduates from the College of Science and Mathematics. Valeria Isabel Campos, with distinction. German Andres Contreras, with distinction. Jocelyn Samantha Montanez. We now present the Associate of Arts degree graduates from the Mike Cottrell College of Business. Jacqueline Marie Butler. Manuel Ernest Caballero. Jesse Carrillo. John P. Jomtip. Adriana Lisette Cisneros. Whitney J. Coles, with distinction. Rachel Fletter Cowart. Samuel Mack Harrison, Jr. Christian M. Lopez Ramirez. Giovanna Morfin. Charles Christopher Parr. Carmen Dahlia Salazar, with distinction. Olympia Reyes. Christina Romero, with distinction. Matthew L. Shepard. Jack Thompson. Gina Paola Corbina Sanchez, with distinction. Juan Roberto Velasquez Tesoro, with distinction. Matthew Christopher Vickery, with distinction. We now present the Associate of Applied Science degree graduates from the Mike Cottrell College of Business. Angela De Los Santos. Delaney Rico. We now present the Bachelor of Arts degree graduate from the College of Arts and Letters. Avery Cole Williams. We now present the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree graduates from the College of Health Sciences and Professions. Christina Marie Albee. Michelle Renee Allen. Colin Patrick Anderson. Alexis Layton Andrews, cum laude. Leah Hillary Archuleta, magnum cum laude. Bailey Lauren Balke. Second Lieutenant Talitha Tamar Battles. Second Lieutenant Lauren Ray Bell. Megan Edwards Brinkley, cum laude. Danielle Broccoli, cum laude. Cassidy Mary Sue Buffington, cum laude. April Castillo, cum laude. Sydney Elise Caudell, magna cum laude. Thalita Edith Kiriak. Courtney Taylor Conkle, cum laude. Carrie Noel Deegan. Lindsay Page Elliott. Alma Maria Flores. Jasmine Carolina Flores Castillo. Ashley Elaine Gannon, cum laude. Second Lieutenant Rachel May George. Christy Faith Hartel. Christina Grace Heffron. Rebecca Gladys Hopper. Randy Nicole House. Karina Weezar, cum laude. Jessica Kim. Kira Alexa Kirshner. Haley Nicole Lyerly, cum laude. Kaylee Black Mathis. Amanda Martha Merritt, cum laude. Madison Miranda Mitchell. Vanessa Lexus Moonsey, cum laude. Kelly Ray Murray. Rebecca Ann Puvier, magna cum laude. Samantha Lynn Reed. Leslyn Jacqueline Reyes, cum laude. Anna Kate Rickman, cum laude. Robert Scott Talley. Second Lieutenant Michelle A. Torres, magna cum laude. Ansley Danielle Watson, cum laude. Amber India Williams, cum laude. Shannon D. Williams, cum laude. Kelly Christine Wolf, magna cum laude. We now present the Bachelor of Science degree graduates from the College of Science and Mathematics. Cody Tyler Archer. Kevin Lamar Brackage. Jenna Claire Brannon. Melissa Jade Burke. Brittany Lynn Byers. Cassie Danielle Chapelier, magna cum laude. Hannah Day Christian. Shaylin Elizabeth Comiskey, magna cum laude and honors program. Ariel Cox. Naja Renee Davis. Callie Jordan Downing. Ryan Benjamin Duke, magna cum laude. Second Lieutenant Andrew Hand Fletcher. Jacob Lloyd Freeman. Greer Elizabeth Hampton. Michael Hansen. Second Lieutenant Benjamin Abraham Hawkins, magna cum laude. Second Lieutenant Rachel Nicole Hobgood. Kaylin Andrea Holzman. Taylor Cassidy Kirby. Lindsay Noel Lehman, summa cum laude, honors program. Stephen Jeffrey Laele. Cruz Giovanna Mager Rodriguez. Samantha Kinsey Morris, magna cum laude. Owen Jeffrey Moss. Tam Nguyen. Cameron Norton McElroy. Anthony Michael Perez Roberts. Zachary Michael Powell. Delina Kawach. Maggie May Robinson, cum laude. Matthew James Scavuzzo. Cynthia Jordan Shafit. Anthony York Skelton. Natalie Ann Smith. Ronald David Smith, Jr. Addison Pauline Vander Linde. Second Lieutenant Joshua Wheatley, cum laude. Robert Crail Whitney. Chelsea Irene Williamson. Jasmine Marley Maria Williamson, magna cum laude and honors program. Abigail Nicole Woodward. Hanson Scott Wright, summa cum laude. Sana Yaya. Megan B. Yurtis. We now present the Bachelor of Science degree graduates from the Lewis F. Rogers Institute for Environmental and Spatial Analysis. Brooke Eden Bartlett, magna cum laude. Brandy Carr, cum laude. Devon May Cox, cum laude. Angela Cruz. Woody Brian Depew, cum laude and honors program. Martin Richard Durand. Brian Peyton Duran. Alex David Elia. Athena Renee Glover. Santa Guadalupe Hernandez. Emily Brooke Hunt. Amber Ray Johnson. Nathaniel Morton Keith. Fabiola Adriana Martinez. We now present the Bachelor of Applied Science degree graduates from the Mike Cottrell College of Business. Teresa Arriaga, magna cum laude. Lorena Delgado. Allison Marie Krinzer, cum laude. Stephanie Gail List. Ahmad Hussein Person, magna cum laude. We now present the Bachelor of Science degree graduates from the Mike Cottrell College of Business. Eddie Delgado. Austin James Damorzio. Melanie K. Grayerbeal, cum laude. James Garrett Gruber. Scott Michael Hogan. Yasser Iftikhar. Katie Jean Murphy. Austin Garrett Nolting. Patrick Michael Owen. Noah Scott Phillips. Maxwell Duncan Reich, cum laude. Madison Lee Rideout, cum laude. James Paul Sanfilippo. Daniel Edward Schrader, cum laude. Eric Nicholas Sosby, cum laude. We now present the Bachelor of Business Administration degree graduates from the Mike Cottrell College of Business. Second Lieutenant Olaide Victoria Adieme. Jenna Karen Allen, summa cum laude. Ellie Kate Anderson. Lindsay Anderson. Robert Jason Bates, cum laude. Adisa Bachirowicz. Blake Robert Bellinger. Daniel Zachary Bennett. Destin Sky Bennett. Hannah Grace Bentley. Joseph Allen Beeler, cum laude. Joshua Nix Booker. Candace Melissa Boyd. Jefferson Lewis Boyington. Benjamin Caleb Buchanan, cum laude. Second Lieutenant Clayton Kenneth Burke. Jacqueline Elaine Keller Bush. Mateus Alexander Cadwallader. Emily Hope Cantrell. Anthony Charles Carco. Javier A. Cordona. Roni Casas. J. Michael Cole. Carmen Blake Collins. Charlie Brennan Cook. Lena Maria Cook, magna cum laude. Hunter Riley Kraft. Zach Stephen Daniel. Joseph Gant Davis. Second Lieutenant Sean Edward Kenneth Deckel II. Ashley Blair Doris. Carmen Yolanda Dowdy. Kelly Hunt Drobinski. Luke Wilson Dernwald. Kyle Chase Dye. Jackson Griffith Ellis. Mason Kinney Ellis. Logan Taylor English. Carly Laverne Esford, cum laude. Austin M. Failer. Dustin Joseph Farmer. Hannah Mae Fleming. Ashley Celia Florentine. Nolan Christopher Flynn. Devin A. Fogarty. Caroline Grace Garrison. Hannah Elizabeth Gaudy, magna cum laude. Alexander Nicholas Grant. Alyssa Jasmine Graves. Second Lieutenant Alec Michael Greenberg. Holly Aurora Hasenever. Garrett Heinrichs. Iago Herranz Gonzalez. Claire Christine Hinton. Jacob Benjamin Hodzik. Jordan Wesley Hood. Missouri Emma Hoppy, cum laude. Morgan Cecile Huber, cum laude. Lindsay Page Isbell. Jessica Lynn Jench. Allison Jolly. William R. Jones, magna cum laude. Daniel Philip Canor. Donald Joe Kearns III. Lauren Danielle Killebrew. Bridget Justina Kincaid, summa cum laude. Richard Sebastian Kinsey. Cassie Hope Kotrick. Kenneth Austin Culp. Thwan B. Lee. Lingyu Lee, magna cum laude. Darla Jane Lipscomb. Austin Reed Little, cum laude. Kaylee Nicole Lunsford. Jacob Lee Mahaffley. James Austin Marsh. Joshua Gregory Martin. Justin Wayne Maxwell. Adam D. McAfee. Ashton Taylor McBryant. Tiffany Caroline McLeod. Austin Michael Moreland, magna cum laude. Kayla Rainey Morgan. Madison Ashley Morgan. Ramey Francis Morgan. Madison Taylor Narvel. Samuel Mark Nations. Tyler Hollis Newton. Joseph Garrett Nix. Yadaba Ji, magna cum laude. Second Lieutenant Austin R. Odom. Benjamin Daniel Paget. Second Lieutenant Adriana Mary Palmquist. Matthew Brent Parker. Catherine Elizabeth Parks. Oscar Jack Paisley, cum laude. Spencer Paul Patterson. Stephen Thomas Pollock. Suzanne Marie Peck. Jonathan Andrew Lewis Poole. Kyle Andrew Porter. Juan Augusto Prado Graziosi, magna cum laude. Thakur Dean Raprasad. Haley Victoria Sarah Reese. Second Lieutenant Dylan James Richards, cum laude and distinguished military graduate. Karis Nicole Ritchie. Robert Tanner Riddle.
Hey, Tanner.
Jana Maria Riggs. Second Lieutenant Alexander Carl Robbins. Samuel Thomas Robinson. Peyton Denise Rutledge. Haijung Jane Ryu, cum laude. Joseph Gregory Seawright. McKay Shively, magna cum laude. Keely Christine Shockley. Max Roger Simonini. Jared C. Sims. Emery Spencer Suggs, cum laude. Emily Carolyn Smith. Lauren Elizabeth Spear. Christian Stanko, cum laude. Tracy Lucy Stevens. Patrick Jacob Taylor. Savannah Alana Thomas. Sarah E. Traeger. Abigail Faye Tryon. Catherine Reed Tullis. Alex Samantha Waddington. Brittany Dawn Ward. Kristen Nicole Whitlock. Zachary Bennett Williams. Aaron Michael Willis. Second Lieutenant John Harris Wilson. Sarah Elizabeth Wintersgill. Zhu Xian. Caitlin Daly Yarder. Winyi Zhang. Casey Marie Zeller.
Thank you, Dr. Spraker. I commend the most recent graduates of the University of North Georgia. Your hard work and dedication have been rightly rewarded. I offer my personal congratulations to you for earning the title of graduate from this fine institution and ask that everyone join me in recognizing this graduating class. Thank you. Graduates, judging from the applause, it is clear that each of you should feel proud of your accomplishments. So at this time, graduates, I'd like you to join me in a standing round of applause to thank your families, friends, and others that have given you support in the pursuit of your degree. Thank you. Please be seated. Graduates, you are now lifetime members of the UNG community. We are confident that you will make your university proud wherever your journey may lead, and we look forward to hearing of your achievements. I now call on Ms. Wendi Huguley, Director of Alumni Relations, for her congratulatory remarks. Wendi.
Thank you, Dr. Ormond. Graduates, congratulations. Alumni, congratulations. You are now officially a member of the University of North Georgia Alumni Association, literally. And I ask that you wear that badge proudly. When you move forward or you go forward in your life and anything good happens to you, it happens to us. Just as if any time tragedy happens to you, it happens to us. You are one of us, and it is truly my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Alumni Association and the entire UNG alumni family. If you talk to anyone who's ever graduated from North Georgia, they would tell you, as anyone would who's graduated from anywhere, that life has only truly just begun. It's the day in and day out grind when you leave here that's going to truly determine who you are. I think they'd also share that their hard work and their effort at the university certainly paid off and was huge as part of their success. But perhaps, and I really genuinely believe this, the most important lesson that they've learned, and more so since they've left, is that as they look back, it was the relationships that they formed along the way as they managed their time through school that also impacted their success. In some cases, as much as their own individual effort did. So I want you to do three things, and I'm going to be quick because you're almost out of here, but three things. First, I want you to stop for just a minute and look around. The person sitting next to you, the people sitting behind you. Think about those people you've met that are also graduating today. This may be the last day you see them for a while. That special friend, study group that you stayed up with until all hours, that you met through the process, the person you met the first day you lived in the residence hall or you arrived on campus in Gainesville, didn't know where your class was. I want you to stop and think about the faculty members here on the front rows. These are the folks who've gotten you through. They've cared about your success in many ways even more than you have. And they made an impact on your interest in a subject that will never leave you. I want you to think about how they've impacted your lives, whether directly or indirectly, and I want you to never forget them. So in addition to celebrating your degree, I want you to celebrate and take with you the relationships that have accompanied your journey. These relationships, no matter the distance, will stay with you forever, and on certain tough days, and there will be many ahead, I hope that you'll remember to call on these relationships. They may be what you need to get through to the next day. Second, I want to encourage you to stay involved as alumni. Stay in touch with UNG through social media, the UNG alumni website. Consider becoming an active part of the Young Alumni Board or the Alumni Association. Participate in a shared interest group. These groups offer a great way to stay connected with your classmates, network, meet other alumni, and are a good way of just giving back a little bit of your time. But finally, most important to me, is I want you to be proud of North Georgia. I want you to be proud of your alma mater. With all alumni, you will see changes over the years. Buildings will change, programs will change, faculty will come and go. Some traditions will be lost and others will be born, and one day you too will come back with your children on whatever campus, and you will look around and you'll say, man, it has really changed here. Some things have changed and may change again, but the essence of North Georgia, even the North Georgia that I experienced some 28 years ago, has not changed. It has not changed for the graduates of 50 years ago, nor has it changed for the graduates of 5 years ago. There is truly something special about the University of North Georgia. It's like family, and as a graduate and a new alumni, again, I welcome you to that family. Congratulations.
Thank you, Wendi. One of the many things that makes the University of North Georgia such a special place is our designation as one of only 6 senior military colleges in the United States. I would now like to call forward Colonel Joshua Wright to conduct the commissioning ceremony for our military science graduates who are commissioning as second lieutenants. These graduates were recognized individually earlier in ceremonies with their families and friends. Colonel Wright.
Thank you, Dr. Ormond. Will the December commissionees please stand and prepare for the oath? Ladies and gentlemen, the University of North Georgia has been producing some of the finest officers for the United States Army for more than 100 years. The oath that these officers are about to take represents the culmination of over 4 years of hard work and dedication. In addition to their academic studies, these officers have participated in the Corps of Cadets, leading, teaching, mentoring, and training their fellow cadets. They have attended the military science courses, conducted field training exercises on their weekends, attended the 29-day cadet leader course at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and given countless hours of their personal time in pursuit of learning how to lead our nation's finest and most precious resource, its sons and daughters who serve in the Army. These officers represent over 110 lieutenants expected to commission from the University of North Georgia this year. Officers, raise your right hands and very loudly repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter. So help me God. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating our Army's newest second lieutenants.
Thank you, Colonel Wright. As we conclude today's ceremony, I want to especially thank all of our staff involved with the planning and execution of the ceremony and for making it such a special occasion. The UNG Quartet will come forward to lead us in the University of North Georgia alma mater, which can be found near the back of your program. Following the alma mater, please remain in place for the recessional as the faculty and graduates exit the arena. At the conclusion of the recessional, please exit through the lobby doors to meet your graduates on the plaza. Thank you, and please stand.
From the Blue Ridge mountain foothills to the banks of Lake Lanier, memories of our alma mater we all cherish and revere. Seeking courage, truth, and wisdom, fires of loyalty abound. University of North Georgia, from diverse and solid ground. Standing tall, salute your history. To the blue and gold we rise. Look beyond the distant sunset. See the future in our eyes. To our school we bring you glory. May we always honor thee, keeping memories deep within us and our love